All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who will teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to hopefully out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right. And what I want to get into today is a lesson, going into come rest with us. All right. And this lesson was inspired by some precepts in the book of Second Thessalonians, the first chapter. All right. As Apostle Paul is writing, to the church of Thessalonica, and he's going into pretty much how, this persecution that they're suffering, that the circumcision was going through it too. Okay? Because you had the circumcision that was following Yahushua, and you had, the circumcision that didn't believe, that was persecuting the church of Yahushua, So you had the circumcision become outcasts based on their belief in Yahushua, which changed, their conduct, which changed the way that they move. Okay? And you had the same thing amongst the Israelite foreigners, okay, who was brought up in the ways of paganism, all right, and idols, okay, in which they was called, or likened, to the Greeks, you know. So they was likened unto the Greeks, which pretty much, that's the the lot that we've entered into, likened unto the Gentiles of the Greeks, coming up under westernization, okay, which out of westernization came black culture, to where you have nigger culture and street culture, okay, hot girl culture, whatever. All right, but it's all under the umbrella of idolatry, okay, and paganism. So the Apostle Paul was letting them know, like, look, y'all being persecuted because y'all changed, and started to follow Yahushua and started to get in order. Well, we're being persecuted too. So when you go to, let's get it, the book of Second Thessalonians. Oh, Salaki. Yeah, this is it. The book of Second Thessalonians. All right, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you." So the Apostle Paul, like, look, they gonna get theirs, man. They gonna get it. Like, those people that persecute you for righteousness' sake, they gonna get it. Like, there's a day of reckoning, there's a day of judgment. Verse 7, but this the point. It says, "And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels." So the Apostle Paul was like, look, you that are troubled, rest with us. And what do we rest in? All right, we rest in our faith, we rest in this belief, and we rest in these prophecies, man. Because everything that we believe is coming to pass. Okay, everything that we believe in, that we teach about, that we warn about, we see these things coming to pass, and we rest in that, man. And Yahweh Bashim Al Shai is constantly showing the body that he's dealing, and we rest in these things, man. Like, here it is, people are panicking about what to do next, dealing with the inflation, okay, dealing with, People are panicking about elections and all these certain things that people are beginning to panic about. But our mind is at ease because we're comforted by these scriptures, man. You know, and this is why the body is a place for us to rest and to heal. You know, and that's why the spirit, is doing what it's doing and getting rid of, okay, anything that's harmful to the body, because this is supposed to be a place of rest. This is the place to where we come and get rest. We hear these words are comforting. Okay, we're around, the brothers that's in these camps, and we're around each other like, these spirits are spirits of comfort. Okay, and that's why the spirit, it don't tolerate that nigga messy shit, man. Because nah, man, this is our place of rest from the world. Okay, these epistles, these electronic epistles, be much needed. These live screens be much needed for the spirit. Okay, so when you go here to this prophecy here, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 11. Ezekiel 11 and this is Ezekiel 11 and 16. It said, therefore say, thus said the Lord power, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they are come. Okay, so we've been scattered, as a people. You had the Syrian captivity, okay, they came and got the northern kingdom, and the northern tribes never returned, and eventually, they came over here to the Americas. Okay, then you had the southern kingdom that remained in the land, and they was ruled over by the Babylonians. Okay, then the Medes and the Persians, then the Greeks, then the Romans. All right, and during the Roman captivity, we pretty much ran out of Judea, and that started us, being scattered, leading all the way to the transatlantic slave trade. So we've been scattered throughout the earth, but it was strategic, which we would get into that. It was strategic. And what we were scattered at, as the Lord began to raise up his people, through the Holy Spirit, what happened was we started to rise up, and these camps that we see forming, these are actual sanctuaries, man. And the sanctuary was like a safe haven, because let's just say you were a Roman Catholic, okay, and you from Michigan. Well, if you go to, all right, Ireland, and there's a Roman Catholic, there's a cathedral in Ireland, well, that's like the sanctuary for your faith, what you believe. Well, the Roman Catholic Church off, but just making a point. Okay, well, these camps, these churches that the Lord has raised up in these latter times are actual sanctuaries for the true believers and the followers of Yahushua. So this is why the Lord has it strategically set up. He has it strategically set up to where, let's say there's a believer, there's a man that truly believes, and he raises up, in North Carolina. Okay, he raises up in, Florida. Well, there's different sanctuaries already set up in that area, where that brother can check in and rest with those brothers that's already building, So, like, because this Esau has manipulated the minds of our people so much that our people just despise order, and this is beyond, the situation that's going on now. with your spirit sorting all of that out, you know. But I'm just, we go into mindset, okay, and the damage done by this devil to where Esau has it to where our people, look at communication as some type of tyranny. Just the fact that you gotta communicate with someone, our people look at that as some type of tyranny, man. Why I gotta tell this nigga, or you hear the word check in, people just flip out. Like a woman hear the word submissive, they flip out. Okay? Not understanding, okay, that what people, call tyranny is for the benefit, it's for your benefit. Okay? Which we get into these things, on another live screen, but there's a benefit in order. Okay? And ultimately, these churches are set up as a resting place, man, as a place of healing. These are like spiritual hospitals to where you can come, where we can go and be healed. Okay? That's why you got these camps. All right, here it is. We've been damaged, okay, especially as men, all right, by the by this society, okay, by this matriarch. But you come into these camps, and it's like you're surrounded by men that are big brothers, men that are like uncle figures, man. The apostles and elders are like father figures, man. Okay, like because we all, some brothers, you know, understand what a man is carnally, but none of us knew what a man was spiritually. Okay, and we had to learn that, and we're still learning it. Okay, like we didn't know, some men was pretty savvy in the world, and they had men pour into them when they was younger, and they was able to function carnally as a man in this world. But none of us, all right, knew how to function spiritually as a man. You see, so we all had to learn this skill set. And as we around, all right, brothers, this is a haven for healing. So this is why, the spirit is going hard body against that nigga messy shit, man. Because that's the last thing you need. Because that's the last thing that you need when you're trying to heal. We're trying to heal from this shit, this spirit of gossip, this spirit of tearing each other down, this spirit of being two-faced and murmuring, and that's nigga culture. We're healing from that. So that's the last thing we need within the body is a pocket of nigga culture, man. Okay? A pocket of gossip and all that, that woman shit, man. Female shit. Nah, man, this is a place where brothers and sisters are healing. And this, like it's certain things, you expect with the woman, then you kind of understand and you wink at certain things. But it's some things that Jake be doing, you be like, God damn. And for some time, for a lot of time, the woman, all right, a lot of sisters, man, to be more in order than the goddamn men. You be like, God damn, what y'all doing? You see? But a lot of it comes from not being occupied. Cause see, prophesying is the focal point of this thing. And when you really get into prophecy, that takes a major part of your time, a portion of your time, when you're really, in tune with prophecy, when you're watching, because you got to do cross-reference, to make sure the information on point. Okay, you got to kind of research the source you get your information from. Okay, like that's a whole thing within itself just to be occupied in prophecy, man. Okay, but then you have the aspect of self-development. Okay, self-examination, and those two alone, plus brothers work. All right, and if you got a family, If you throw a family in the mix, there's no possible way that you can have time to be no busybody, man. You know, and all those things, from going into prophecy, from self-development, okay. Then your daily bread, what you gotta do for your daily bread, and then if you got a family, okay, then plus some brothers got brothers under them, so it's like if you have all those things going on, it's impossible to be a busybody, man. If you're really doing those things, man, because all that go into our healing, because living this thing, this was healing us, not just going out and speaking and being seen, but actually living and applying these things, man. And we all go through, moments where applying the word is uncomfortable. Okay, sit here and think, sit here and be like, it's an easy thing to apply the word. No, rehearse means that you gotta do something repeatedly. You know, like you do something, then you kind of examine how you did it, then you make certain adjustments and tweaks to it. You know, but it's a skill to apply the scriptures rather than emotion. You know, that's something that has to be. Let me see here. That's something that has to be, rehearsed, practice. It's a you gotta practice. Okay, not gossiping, man, because we all come from that culture to where you talk about things and speculate, you know, and like we completely innocent from ever doing it. Okay, but we are out there, teaching on the highways and byways, and then we getting off on gossip. It's like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Okay, but that's something that has to be practiced. It's a practice to hear something and let it die with you, man. Those are things that have to be rehearsed. Okay, so as we're all healing, you know, within this ministry, all right, these sanctuaries, these churches are a place of healing. This is the safe haven from the world. you know, this is like, cause uh, what the day is, Thursday. Yeah, so Tuesday, we had went to this little Mongolian spot, us and a few brothers. I think about 5 brothers, but just being around brothers, is a thing of rejuvenation in the spirit. Okay, being around like-minded men, being around men that has your Howard Shot growing in them, like that's a healing within itself. You know, and that's why even women, the sisters that believe, they're able to come, okay, and be around the ministry as far as watching the live streams and videos, and they're able to heal. Like this word is a word of healing. I think there was but not just speaking this word, but applying it, living it. That's what makes this word a healing agent. When we really live this thing, that creates an environment of healing. Okay, and it's a thing of learning as we go. So we make mistakes, but then we make adjustments, man. The problem come in is when we don't make the adjustments. Okay, that's when things become a problem. Cause we all gonna, probably say something out of order, have a moment. We do too much, probably misspoke. Okay, probably get a moment where we feel ourselves, get to feeling ourselves too much. Okay, you gonna have moments and whatever, get too carried away in the flesh. Okay, need to be real back in, but the thing is when those things happen, adjustments have to be made. You see, because that's one thing this world didn't teach us was any type of discipline or any type of cutoff. Okay? This world told us to destroy ourselves, okay, based on our emotions and our low nature. Okay? Because when you examine all the poor decisions in our lifetime, it was based off emotions and low nature. Okay? And the spirit is teaching us to govern those things, man. Okay? Because we all have emotions. We all feel some type of way. Okay? But then there's instructions on how to govern that. See, the Bible gives us the instructions on how to govern our feelings and our low nature. Okay? Because what did Yahweh say? The Let's get that. Matthew 26, I think 41. If a brother could, I think post that in, I think it's in the book of, might be Wisdom of Solomon, how we was, it was this word, that healed. Probably type in word and heal, it should pop up. But let's get this real quick. Matthew 26 and 41. It says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay? The spirit is willing. The spirit is on point. And this is why you hear brothers say walk in the spirit, because whenever we get to particular decisions, you can feel something saying no and something saying yes. And that's the war of the spirit and the flesh. Okay? Just like, for instance, before, this little chat was created, by these affiliate brothers, you best believe there was something saying don't do that shit, but then there was something else saying, hey, y'all need a space too. You see? Because one thing about it, the spirit be blank. Like, the spirit be like, don't do that shit. But then the flesh be come in with that smooth, justification. Like, man, shit, y'all need space too. Y'all grown men too, ain't? Y'all grown like them. What can they, what wrong are you doing? You should not surely die. You see? So that's why Yahweh Shai, this is why Yahweh Shai said, hey, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay? The flesh gives in. The flesh gives in to emotions. The spirit don't. You see? But, I say, we all brothers, you sisters too. You get to them decisions and the spirit be like, hell no. But then the flesh come in with that smooth, like shit, what one time gonna hurt, that seducing, But nah, man, this is why we gotta walk in the spirit, which means most of our decision making, okay, all of our decision making should be based in the spirit. Because even the times when we gotta do something for our flesh, it's to balance us out so we can be balanced in the spirit. So everything should be rooted, okay, in the spirit, and how we move. And walking in the spirit keeps us out of a lot of nonsense, man. But when you're occupied in your life, you don't have time to be in the nonsense, man. You literally don't have time. Like, it's mathematically impossible. If you're really, as Apostle Paul said, magnifying your office, man. Okay? As a woman, if she's really being a wife, she don't have time to be occupied in that shit, man. If she's really holding down the household, she don't have the time mathematically to be in that shit, man. It's impossible. You see? But all this idle time, Jake got it. These women, with all this idle time to be overly concerned with things that don't pertain to them, That's why the first thing Yahweh Shai said is watch, and that's a bulk of our time is watching, you know, because when you get into it, like we at the point now where everything is in place for all prophecy to be fulfilled, man. Okay, and we see that these devils, okay, this little latest stunt that they pulled with Trump, okay, these devils got something up their sleeve, and they see that their enchantments are getting weak. They know they're gonna have to up the ante to really get the reaction that they want out of people. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if they come back with something big, like these devils come out with something big, man. Because I don't believe that they got the effect that they wanted with this whole, so-called assassination attempt on Trump. You know, I don't believe these devils got, the response they wanted. You see, so I'm looking for this devil to come out, with something major. All right, in the near future, man. Okay, so let's go here. I think the brother got it. This is this the brother, the hopeful leg 3 said, Wisdom of Solomon 16:12, for it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. So the scriptures say that the word is the healer of all things, but not just being the hearer of the word, but the doer of the word. And like I say, this word, this what keeps the flesh in check. When that flesh rise up, there's a precept to hold that emotion in check, to hold that particular lust that we might have in check. There's a precept for it. Give not thyself over to a light woman. Well, you get, because you see a woman that look good, but she's terrible for your situation. Okay, there's a precept to say what? Desire not a woman, all right, for beauty, which means that shouldn't be the deciding factor while you deal with it. So, just giving an example, there's a precept that keeps the flesh in check. There's precepts to keep any type of feeling or emotion that we got in check. Okay, the scriptures say, that you're not supposed to rebuke a man when he's off the wine, off the strong drink, because you can see, brother, and you want to approach him. You show up to the fellowship and you're already nice. Well, there's a scripture that say don't rebuke a man at the wine. Okay, so you can feel some type of way and you can feel like it's the moment. Okay, but then there's a precept to keep that in check. Like, nah, you gotta wait on it. Wait till you sober up, then you can have a true spiritual dialogue. Okay, because it can go bad. When you do that. So just giving examples how that's so that's why, all right, when you walk in the spirit, you're walking in the instructions of this book, and it goes beyond the 613 laws, because this is a book full of wisdom. Because those two examples that I gave came out of the book of Sirach. That's not in the Torah, okay? But they can be applied real time within our walk. So and see, if a brother, as a brother is starting to come around, men that have been living this thing, they get to see the Bible acted out real time. That's why the scripture referred to Yahweh Shah what? As the word of the Most High in the flesh. Okay, the way that Yahweh Shah operated, okay, when he came, all right, as himself, okay, he was a living example of the word. Okay? And as Yahweh Shah grows in us, we become living examples, okay, of the word. You see? So when men come around, they should see if it's a camp of 14 brothers and it's a new brother come in, he should see 14 examples of this word in motion, man. And like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna have slip ups, okay? But it should be a, a a consistent standard of this word, okay, in motion, man. You see, they shouldn't get any nigga vibes from brothers, man. They shouldn't get any nigga woman vibes, okay? Oh man, this should be a whole new way that we all right, are growing in, man. You know, so as the scriptures say, you know, that his trouble rests with us, and then we all been troubled and tainted by, Western culture, but this word, has become a haven, okay, pretty much a rehabilitation center in the spirit for all of us, man, you know. So that's the point. I'm gonna hold it long. All right, just something that was on my spirit, that I was out and about today. So Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters are edified. To the next time I say shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abab soon. Shalom.